Raiden, guess what? Yeah, we've got some upgrades for the Arrma Talion 6S EXP GPM Racing, the best out there, or at least that's my opinion. They make some amazing stuff. Go check them out, gpmracing.com. What do you think, Raiden? Yeah, it's gonna rip. Oh, look at these parts. Look at these parts, y'all. Blue 7075. Look at the machining on that. Gorgeous. I beat my Talion up pretty bad and it needs some maintenance. So this is the best time, and GPM parts are gonna do the job. Let's get to it. Wow, at last, the build is finally complete. The all-new GPM Talion. This thing is epic. Can't wait to rip it. But I want to go over a few details about the truck and my specifications, what I did while I was building this platform. So in the center diff, I did a mixture. And a lot of people go, hey, that's no good. I wouldn't do that. Different viscosities is never a good thing. Honestly, guys, I've never had a problem with it. I used to run different viscosities in my diffs in my fifth scales, and it works quite well. So what I have in the center diff is technically 70% 20 million weight, and then the other 30 would be the 1 million weight. So I mix that up. It's got a nice, real tight, locked up, consistent feel, but it still gives. So we'll see how that handles. In the rear, I have 500K, and in the front, I have 500K as well. So this thing's set up for bashing. It's not set up for racing on a track. It's made for doing crazy stunts, and so that's my preference. That's my style of bashing, as you know, here on the channel. So I've got two options with this car. First of all, I'm going to run the stock K-Tars. Really love these tires because it gives you that buggy feel, and it stays a lot more planted when you're hitting the throttle, and it flies really nicely. Not the best tires for flips. You can pull it off if you've got some extreme power, but later on, I'm going to throw on the 6S backflips, which I absolutely love on this platform, but you have to swap out the shocks in the rear. You have to throw on the Creighton 6S shocks. In the front, I've never had a problem. The chassis bottoms out and hits the ground, even with the bigger tires. But in the rear, you got to swap out the shocks. So as you can see, these parts are absolutely gorgeous. I know for you OCD people, you're going to be pissed at me for this one red arm. I don't really care. That's how I build stuff. But when I break something, I just replace what's broken. I don't really go through the truck like crazy. I want to be out there driving, not wrenching. So, but I think it turned out great. These parts are beautiful. GPM Racing has done a very fine job. I didn't have any issues with fitment. Everything just came together, and I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous now. So we're gonna get out there and test this sucker out. Let's see what it can do. so far so good. The GPM chassis brace has held this thing together on some massive sends. I haven't broken anything yet. That was huge. Now we're gonna swap the tires. All right, so we're at a different spot. I went ahead and swapped out the rear shocks, put on the Creighton EXB shocks and the backflip tires in the rear, Team Corrali tires in the front. Gonna have a lot more air control. As you can see with these shocks in the back, the chassis does flatten out. So that's good. Shucks! I lost power. And with the battery. I lost power. And with the battery. That hit was as bad as it gets. Horrific bad. And I lost power midair. I guess my battery came unplugged. I did not want to hit like that, but that is a true test to GPM parts. Did it keep this chassis alive and straight? And from what I'm seeing, yeah, it did pretty good.
That was a bad hit.
That's the worst hit I've ever seen. It was so bad. And this chassis brace in the rear really held up. I'm very impressed. I think the wing helped out. It did cushion some of the blow. So you can see where the shock kind of slammed into the asphalt, but I don't see any structural damage to the vehicle. Obviously my battery tray totally snapped off and ejected from that hit. That's how brutal that was. The battery and all in the tray. I don't see any significant damage to the car. I don't know. I'm not sure, y'all. I've never seen a car kind of walk away from a hit like that. I don't know if this rear tower is bent or not. I broke my stock tower on a hit just like that about last week, and it snapped off. But this one, this is a thick 70-75, and it sure looks like it took it. I don't know if it's bent or not. It doesn't look bent. I know the wing's bent, but oh. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to run it to find out, but surprisingly, it looks okay. Yeah, so that's what happens when you're pushing the limits. If you come unplugged midair, you can kiss your truck goodbye, especially when you're doing bump flips like that. But if you've got some GPM upgrades, you might survive. And I think I survived. I don't know about my battery, but I think the truck's okay. That was a nasty crash. Got it back to the house. And amazingly, the truck is fine. Other than 2 bent dog bones, as far as the structural integrity of this car, it's all put together. GPM Racing, amazing job. The rear shock tower might have a very, very slight bend to it. It's hardly even noticeable. I'm not even going to worry about that. Thankfully, the wing is okay. The big bummer was before that crash, I landed in a ditch with water on a double bump flip. And my motor and ESC, which I've already thrown away, and battery just got swamped. I don't know what happened, but it took on water. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. And off camera, I tried plugging the car back in after the crash, and it just went up in smoke. So that was at least a $250 crash in the water. That hurt. So if you do appreciate the channel and you do like what we do here at Thunder RC, please hype the video, like and subscribe, because I still spend a lot out of pocket making these videos. And granted, I love the hobby and I love what I do, but you know, you have those nightmares, and when that happens, that happens. And it was my bad. I was bashing near a spot that had a ditch, and you know, there's some things you're unaware of, and I didn't even know that that was there. But anyways, as far as the car braking, other than the electronics frying from the water, the car, it's not broken. It's together. It's fine. It does have some bent drive shafts on the front of the chassis. Did kick up a little bit, and I was running a stock lower brace. Looks like my screw backed out some, so maybe that's why it gave, and that's why my front center drive shaft has a little bend to it. But you know, whatever. It's not going to hurt the performance of the car. Yes, I can take it all apart and I can bend that shaft back straight, but whatever. I'm just going to run it. I do have a massive battery in here now. This is the Gens Ace. When I ordered it, I didn't know it was going to be this big, but it's got a lot of juice. We'll see how it works. This is a new battery tray. My other one ripped off of the truck. That's how bad that crash was. And I went ahead and put in a Hobbywing Max 8 G2 combo, 2250 kV, and I'm running a, I think it's a 16 tooth pinion, yeah. And on 6S it should be plenty enough. But let's go give it a test run outside and make sure that everything's functioning. Let's go. Oh yeah.